Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel. I hope you all are doing well. In today's video, we have a special guest with us, the Pulsar 180F BS6. This bike has been the second favorite Pulsar of India, and I say so because 150 was the first bike where I started my riding career in the college, and 180 was the second bike I had. Now it was first just Pulsar 180 and now it is 180F. I think the F stands for fairing because it is semi-faired now. So before we proceed ahead, special thanks to Sai Service Vakadewadi for providing us this bike for this review. And don't worry, because they are keeping your safety in mind and following all the guidelines issued by the government. They are checking your temperature as well as sanitizing the bikes. You can visit their dealership for best offers on Bajaj and KTM products. And if you are new to our channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and then ring that bell so you never miss an update from Rev Explorers. You can also go ahead and check out our social media pages on Instagram, Facebook and Twitter. We are available by the same name, that is Rev Explorers. Now let's get started with the review of the 180F. Just like the 220F, the Pulsar 180F gets a dual headlight setup. One is the projector and one is the reflector. Along with that are the two bulb pilot lamps, and then are the traditional turn indicators. So you get telescopic forks in the front and a 1990 section Eurogrip tire. Now this tire is mounted on a 17-inch black coated alloy wheel. Along with that you have a 280mm disc brake in the front with single channel ABS. From the side profile it looks just like the 220F, although the paint scheme has changed, so it has a matte finish and it is available in 3 colors, so you can choose any one of your choice. The bike gets a semi-fairing setup and a static headlight which will not move with your handle. Along with that is a 15-litre fuel tank, and this bike offers you a fuel efficiency of 40 kmpl. Now let's check out what the powerhouse does. The Pulsar 180F is powered by a 178cc SOHC DTSI engine, which is air-cooled and is mated with a 5-speed gearbox. The maximum power delivered by this engine is 17 PS at 8500 rpm, and the peak torque is 14.5 Nm at 6500 rpm. Now just like the 220F, this bike also gets an engine cowl, which looks really good on this bike. So the main color is matte grey and you have this neon orange abstracts everywhere. The complete bike weighs 156 kgs and gets a decent ground clearance of 165 mm. which is good for rough roads as well as the small off-roads. Now with the 180F you get a split seat setup, but it is a comfortable seat for the rider as well as the pillion. And for the rider you have this tank pad over here which will help you increase the grip slightly. You have these orange coated grab rails which are of no use now. The single one was more useful, I feel. What are your thoughts on it? Put it in the comment section below. And to increase your comfort on this bike are the twin gas charged shock absorbers. The 180F gets this same side hung single barrel exhaust. Now this is not the same as the 220F, it is the same that the previous generation 180 had. Now let's check out how it sounds. At the rear you get a 120/80 section Eurogrip tire mounted on a 17-inch black coated alloy wheel, and then there is this 230mm disc brake in the rear. Now the disc brake also gets ABS sensor, but it is a single channel ABS setup. And I'll still say MRF zappers are better than the Eurogrips. From the tail end the bike looks still the same. So you have the LED tail lights and the traditional turn indicators. Now let's hop on to the saddle and check out the instrument cluster. The saddle is adequately comfortable, as I already told you, and the saddle height is still the same as the Pulsar 180. So I can easily get both of my feet on the ground. I am 5'9", and if you are somewhere above 5'2", you can easily ride this bike. Now let's check out the instrument cluster. So it is the same semi-digital instrument cluster. So you have an analog tachometer and a digital speedometer, digital fuel gauge, odometer and trip meter. Now few indicators over the year have changed. So the side stand indicator is now on the digital meter. EFI malfunction indicator is over here on the tachometer, and the rest 4 are over here. The turn indicator, the neutral indicator, the high beam indicator and the ABS indicator. Now coming to the handlebars, on the right hand side you have the kill switch, the self start switch, On the left hand side, you have the pass switch, the headlight control, the turn indicator control and the horn. And it is a very loud dual tone horn. In fact, this is the same horn I have got fitted into my NS200 because it suits the genre. Now let's get going with this 180F and check out how it performs on the city roads of Pune. But before you go on a ride, don't forget to wear your helmet and follow all road safety rules. The bike is very comfortable. Sporty styling but comfortable, and because it looks like the 220F, many people who love that design language but didn't want it to buy a bigger engine would prefer settling for the 180F. The bike gets slightly raised at foot pegs, wide handlebars and a comfortable seat. The posture is straight and hence no discomfort at all, no stress on the shoulders or the back. The torque produced by the motor has increased, but with the BS6, the weight has also increased, compensating for it. But thanks to the BS6, now this bike gets fuel injection, which makes it more refined and smoother. The vibrations have also reduced significantly. The power delivery is very linear, good initial pickup, good pull in the mid-range. The power is very well spread throughout the rev range. And this bike creates a balance between the Pulsar 150 and the Pulsar 220. So you get adequate power with a balanced fuel efficiency. In fact, the Pulsar 180F has equivalent performance figures to the Pulsar NS 160 and the Apache RTR 160 with an equivalent fuel efficiency and at a slightly lower price. This engine is air cooled, but there are no heating issues. Overall, I love the power delivery and the way it is so smooth and stable at high speed. The engine is mated with a 5-speed gearbox and the shifts are easy, but sometimes while the bike is not in motion, it is stiff to change the gears. Other than that, shifting is good. In fact, the clutch is also on a lighter side, helping you easily transit in traffic without any wrist pain. The 180F gets a single channel ABS with dual disc brake setup. The front brake size has been increased and it has a very good stopping power. The feedback is also good. On the other hand, there is a scope of improvement in the rear brakes. They are slightly spongy and the stopping power and feedback is slightly on a lower side. But when applied in combination, the braking bite is good. Also, the ABS won't intrude unnecessarily. The suspensions are softly sprung to help enhance your riding experience. That means the feedback is not present and hence taking this bike into the corners is no fun. But frankly speaking, the 180F has been made for the concrete jungle and you can even take it on long rides because despite a soft suspension, the bike feels very planted and stable at high speed. Also, it gets a bigger fuel tank, providing longer range and a visor that helps reduce the air drag. With a good engine, it now has a good design and the build quality is also good. The same backlit switches and tough fit and finish. Our ride with the Pulsar 180F has come to an end and all I can say, it is a decent bike for your city commutes as well as your highway rides. Now you might feel a loss in power because of the added weight to it, but all in all it still performs the same. And if you like the 180F, you can get it too at just rupees 1.1 lakhs ex-showroom Delhi. I hope this video was helpful for you. If you are new to the channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and ring that bell so you never miss an update from Rev Explorers. Also, if you like this video, just do give it a thumbs up, don't forget that. And you can also get in touch with us on our social media pages on Instagram, Facebook and Twitter. We are available by the same name, that is Rev Explorers. We'll see you again in the next video. Till that time, stay home and stay safe. Bye bye.